Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your October 2016 mid-month readings. I am using the Gilded Tarot deck by artist Ciro Marchetti, and even though we're focusing more on the remainder of October rather than the month in its entirety, I'm still going to be using the same 8-card spread with an additional ninth card from the bottom of the deck as your crowning card representing overall energy and advice for the reading. As we always say, these are general readings. They're not going to apply the same to everyone who watches them. I mean, how could they possibly? Because there's so many of you watching. They're going to play out differently depending on who you are and what's going on in your lives right now. For some of you, if this is your primary sun sign, this is for Libra. If Libra is your primary sun sign, it may not resonate for you at all, or it may only resonate for a certain area of your life. Uh, we always advise you to check your rising and your moon sign as well. You may get more pieces of the puzzle from watching your sun, moon, and rising. They may resonate for you in different areas of your life so that together with all the information, you can put together a more complete and cohesive picture of the time frame ahead that the reading covers. So try to check all three to be as prepared as possible. Thank you for continuing to watch and listen and follow and share and like my YouTube channel. It has grown quite a bit in a very short period of time thanks to you. You are the reason that I do this. I appreciate the support and the feedback. And as I always say, I love those comments. Please keep them coming, both the ones that you put on the channel videos themselves and the ones that some of you send directly to my email. It's really fascinating for me to read how the readings play out for you so predictively in your lives. So please keep those coming. I enjoy it very much. And thank you to those of you who reach out for one-on-one personal readings with me. It's an honor and a pleasure always to read for you, and I'm grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. Thank you to my regular clients. What a delight it is to be a part of your stories playing out, and thank you for the consistent updates in how each chapter unfolds. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information and detail and my contact information. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time, 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you quite quickly and set up a reading within a fairly timely fashion. Current turnaround time is anywhere from a few days up to a week and a half to 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks we can schedule a reading for you. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will go from there. So enough of that. Moving right along, this reading is for Libra for October 2016 mid-month. God, Spirit, Angels, Guides, show me the energies for the air sign of Libra for the remainder of October 2016. October 2016, mid-month for Libra. What does the rest of October have in store for our Librans? Libra, October 2016, mid-month. Libra, show me the energies for the air sign of Libra for the remainder of October 2016. Okay. Okay, Libra. We begin with the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Swords. Nice. The Ten of Cups, followed by the Two of Swords. The Devil, followed by the Eight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Cups, followed by the Six of Pentacles from the bottom of the deck. Your crowning card representing overall energy and advice is the Ace of Pentacles. It looks like I'm feeling primarily Pentacles energy. Do you have 1, 2, 3, 4 pentacles in here, and that's what I'm kind of getting loud and clear. Financial arena of your life, job and career. Looks like some of you may be getting some help, an offer, or a gift of either money or resources of some kind, or an answer that allows you access to that. Looks like it's been kind of financially rough for a lot of you watching some imbalance in that earth energy in your life related to finances, career, job. Um, could have been some of you have been out of work, unemployed, or in and out of temporary jobs, nothing panning out stable. Some of you, I'm getting this as property matters too, something to do with a home, maybe foreclosure or eviction. Let's go ahead and begin. So Libra, we find ourselves around the middle of October, although I am recording these between the 10th and the 12th of the month, time being kind of fluid anyway. We find ourselves roughly around there with the energy of the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Swords. So Pentacles, which is where I feel a lot of this energy is focused on for the next few weeks of October for you Librans. Pentacles is governed by the element of earth. So the suit of pentacles rules things in our earthly, material, tangible world. And it often represents things like money, finances, property, job, career, assets, resources, tangible things that we can see and touch and feel. The Five of Pentacles is a card that represents insufficiency and lack, or fear of insufficiency and lack. In purely dollars and cents, it can represent not having enough money for everything that you need or to pay all your bills. It can represent a fear of not having enough. It can represent, I think, for some of you, perhaps you've been out of work or just working a series of temporary jobs, but nothing ever panning out that has any potential for solidity or building foundations. For some of you, in an emotional sense, you can always apply the same energy to love and relationships and spirituality. The energy, the Five of Pentacles, can also represent feeling left out in the cold, feeling insufficient in and of yourself, feeling not enough, not good enough, rejected sometimes. But not all is lost, because you can see that this couple is standing outside what appears to be a church or a cathedral, and they're in need. In other tarot decks, I've seen them. They're actually out in the rain or the snow, and they look kind of homeless. They're in need of in some way. But there's this beautiful light shining through this church window, and the implication is that on the other side of that light represents a solution, help, which is very close by, but they can't really see it. They're not really looking at it because they're focusing only on what they need or on the lack and insufficiency in their lives. But it looks like there's help or resources quite close by, which could help them and alleviate the stress and the lack that they're experiencing. So it looks like some of you, I'm feeling like a lot of you have been going through a a difficult time in the area of your life that deals with, that Pentacles energy, job, career, money in some way. But it looks like you're beginning to move away from that over the next few weeks, because that Five of Pentacles is paired with the Six of Swords. So Swords is a suit that's governed by the element of air, and it's a suit that governs words, ideas, our outlook and perspectives, how we look at things, our belief systems. It rules that mental, cerebral, intellectual energy in our lives, thoughts, and how we see things. The Six of Swords is a card that represents, or can represent, moving away from a troubled, challenging period of your life into a smoother period of your life. It's transitional energy. It's a card of not having gotten there yet, but you're beginning to move towards that. It's like you've already reached bottom. The worst has already happened, and this is a card that represents the beginning of moving through the healing process or the recovery process. Um, the cautionary advice of the Six of Swords is, you can see this woman is taking these six swords with her, and as swords represent ideas, perspectives, outlooks. It can be a card that represents if you have locked yourself into a certain way of looking at stuff, particularly when it comes to job, career, money, finance, budgeting. and that hasn't changed at all. Wherever you go, there you are. So you take those with you, lessons learned and lessons not learned as well. So just be kind of vigilant about that as well. But it's a card which represents, a healing or recovering process, moving away from something which has caused this lack of this feeling of lack and insufficiency. For some of you, it's job related, being out of a job or not being able to have a stable job, not having enough or having a job that just doesn't pay enough. For some of you, it's about property. It's about a home. We do have the Ten of Cups next to that with the Two of Swords. For some of you, I'm getting that there could be issues, or you've been facing issues of perhaps eviction or foreclosure in some way due to financial insufficiency or unstable income of some kind. But again, it looks like over the next few weeks, you've reached the bottom with it, and you're going to begin to move out of that energy and into a recovery period. Next to that, we have the Ten of Cups, followed by the Two of Swords. So the Ten of Cups is a card. Cups is governed by the element of water. So Cups is a suit that's about that kind of mercurial, fluid, watery world of feelings, emotions, relationships, love, how we relate to people, our emotional landscape. Tens represent the end of a cycle, the culmination, the coming full circle of something. And this would be the culmination of emotions, emotional happiness, all of your 10 cups being full. It's often referred to as the happy home card or the happily ever after card. It represents being at a place in your life where it feels like everything has just come together. Happy home and family, that place where you finally, everything just finally fits and you feel like you're just at the right place in your life and everything is as it should be. Emotional fulfillment and contentedness in kind of a deep rooted, homey kind of homecoming kind of feeling. Now, that Ten of Cups is paired with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card, again, we have that mental cerebral energy. The Two of Swords is a card about being at a crossroads and feeling stuck, needing to make a decision, having something in front of you that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be moved on or decided on. But at least up until now, being unwilling or unable to deal with something, almost maybe having your head in the sand or just feeling stuck, not knowing which way to go and not actually making a decision at all. And as it's attached to the Ten of Cups, again, this financial insufficiency or lack or instability in your physical world, your financial world, job and career. For some of you, I'm getting that it's attached to property as well. That perhaps some of you have been facing foreclosure or eviction of some kind, or perhaps you can't. The house payments have just gotten too high, and realistically, you can't afford them anymore. A decision needs to be made about this situation, whether it's about a specific home or apartment. It could just be about the stability of your home and family. A decision needs to be made as to, especially since you're going to begin to recover, perhaps how you're going to do this and what's really best for your home and family or for your future stability. Some of you, it's going to be specifically property itself. But whatever hasn't been dealt with up until now, it needs to be dealt with. It looks like this is the time, and it's part of actually your healing and recovering process as well. Because it looks like, again, there's been a lot of instability in finances or job and career in something that tangible aspect of your life. Because next to that, we have the major arcana card of the devil paired with the Eight of Pentacles. So the devil is a major arcana card, significant profound energies, and the devil card represents imbalance. Its fundamental definition is imbalance, but because it's major arcana card, that imbalance is pretty significant and pretty profound and really affecting your life and perhaps the lives of your family as well. It represents an imbalance, the scales being out of whack. It can sometimes represent addiction, conventional addictions like drugs, alcohol, shopping, gambling, sex, etc. It can represent unhealthy relationships. It represents unhealthy patterns. Perhaps for some of you, it's unhealthy spending patterns or financial outlook or being unwise in decisions you make about money. Um, and for others of you, it can just represent imbalance. It's attached to the Eight of Pentacles, which I call the worker bee card. So this can represent imbalance in job, not being able to keep a job, being out of work for a long time, which is where that financial insecurity is coming from, or not being able to find a job that's permanent or provides a solid foundation for yourself or perhaps for your family. We have the Eight of Pentacles with that devil card. Again, we have that lovely earth energy of pentacles. The eight of pentacles represents, it's the worker bee card. It's the card that represents the slow, steady, determined, successful building up of a solid, stable foundation for something, which is what this man is doing. He is working at his desk quite late. The sun is setting outside, so he's already lit his candles. It can represent burning the candles at both ends. He appears to be alone. Maybe everybody else has gone home, but he's still hard at work at his desk because he has a dream, he has a goal, he has something that he's worked towards, and he's been pretty successful at it because of his determination, his perseverance, his dedication, and his hard work. He's already reached the eighth pentacle. So this is a card of working hard to build a stable foundation for yourself, but accompanied with a devil card, it represents an imbalance in that area of your life, perhaps an inability to be able to hold a job, or someone close to you being unable to hold a job, or being unemployed, not being able to find a job for a while, maybe only working like series of temporary jobs, but something which challenges the stability of the foundation of your life, like that Ten of Cups energy, stable, happy, harmonious home. There's an imbalance in that that's linked to the financial uh, property resources area of your life, and looks like there's been quite a bit of instability, and the potential for it is still there. But again, the cards are indicating that you're going to be moving away from this. However hard it's been, it's not going to get any harder, and you are going to be recovering through this. But to make sure to not procrastinate on anything that needs to be dealt with, make the decisions that need to be made, face what needs to be faced. For some of you, it may be like a difficult decision in giving up a home because you can no longer afford the mortgage or something like that. Whatever it is, it needs to be dealt with so we can get this what's out of balance back into balance. And it looks like it's going to take some dedication, perseverance, and hard work, but that you're able to do that, and that you will be successful at doing that. Make sure to maintain a balance in your work life and your financial life. No unnecessary or emotional spending, etc. It does look like there's new beginnings coming up for you, and some of you may even be receiving help in the form of actual money or resources somehow, and a job offer for some of you as well. Because at or towards the end of October 2016, Libra, we have the Knight of Cups paired with the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is a card of mutuality. It can be a card that represents the giving or receiving of a gift. And since it's Pentacles, that gift would be a tangible gift, actual money, resources, very practical, useful advice, a loan perhaps, something which helps somebody in need, whether it's you, or on the flip side, this could be you helping somebody else who's going through this as well. But it's a card of mutual give and take, and the giving and receiving of gifts or exchange of services, which looks like it could really come in use for you and your family this month. And it's paired with the Knight of Cups, which I feel is the source of this opportunity, or gift, or loan, or job offer for some of you. And it could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, because it is the Knight of Cups. But Knights are the deliverers of the tarot. They're the bringers of the tarot. They typically represent offers, opportunities, something being brought to you. The only cautionary advice to the Knight of Cups is that sometimes, because he's such a watery, emotional, idealistic person, sometimes he has difficulty, his challenges following through all the way. So kind of be vigilant about that energy. But it does represent an offer, and the Knight of Cups would be making an offer of support, an offer but it's more emotional support. But paired with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like it's both. Like for some of you, not for everybody, because there's like over 11,000 subscribers, and of course the same story is not going to play out the same in all of your lives. But for some of you, this is going to be somebody making an offer of help, that brings you emotional relief as well, tangible help which brings you emotional relief. Somebody who says, I'm going to be there to support you. They're being a source in some way of both tangible and emotional support. And for some of you, this represents a job offer coming through as well, because your crowning card, overall energy and advice, is the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you may be moving. This card can sometimes refer to that because aces represent new beginnings, opportunities, new paths, the seed, something, the beginning of something. And this is a very tangible, concrete new beginning because it's the Ace of Pentacles. Sometimes this represents moving, relocating. For some of you, this decision is about moving, but it looks like it has the opportunity to build and grow and manifest if it's taken care of into something quite solid and stable and reliable. Now, the Ace of Pentacles can also represent the receiving of a gift as well, which has the potential to create a new pathway for you that looks like it's much needed. And I do feel like some of you are going to be offered that. For those of you, this new beginnings and the Pentacles energy can represent a new career path, a job offer coming in as well at the end of October 2016 and perhaps by the beginning of November. But it looks like the month ends and goes into November with an offer and opportunity for a new beginning, which wasn't there at the beginning of the month. And it does represent a kind of a recuperation, a recovery from this difficult, restrictive energy. It's transitional. I mean, you're not there yet, but you're going to be moving through it, and it's going to be gradually getting easier. Make sure to maintain balance, particularly in the tangible areas of your life. No unnecessary spending. Watch the emotional spending money. There may need to be some difficult decisions made about property, resources, assets, but it does look like you're going to have a good source of support and some opportunities or offers coming in towards the end of the month, and perhaps even some gifts or loans that are going to be a very tangible assistance to you as well. So Libra, I hope you've enjoyed this reading, that you find it useful at least, that it gives you some wisdom and clarity and insight in how to kind of navigate through the remainder of October. Keep it balanced this month, and thank you so very much for watching. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal reading, you can email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be very happy to work with you. And I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the November 2016 general readings. I can't believe November is staring us in the face already. Thank you again for watching this, and I hope to see you in a couple of weeks. And until then, as always, Libra, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks. See you soon.